Hey everybody, it's Abigail. Welcome back to Wasatch Adaptive Sports Friday yoga class. And April is National Foot Health Month, so I thought it would be a lot of fun to incorporate some yoga for our feet in our class today. Today I will use something the size of a tennis ball. Mine is a yoga tune-up ball. It's kind of soft and squishy. A tennis ball would work great if you have one. Also a golf ball. And if you don't have a ball, you could find any small object that you could use to massage your feet with. So let's get started. Find a seat in your chair. Shift your body around, your torso back and forth, front and back, until you find that centered feeling, that stable, upright position in your body. Take a moment to soften your gaze or close down your eyes so that you can draw your awareness inward, checking in with you. How are you feeling today? Notice any tensions in the body and the mind and the heart. Sense into the stability of your body. Sense into the support beneath you. Sense the space in front of you. Sense the space behind you. And grow taller into that space above you, taking up more space as you breathe, as you focus, and as you anchor in to your body. Good. On an exhale, blink open your eyes, drop your hands by your side, draw your low belly in. Inhale, circle, sweep the arms up, gaze up, stretch tall. Exhale, drop your hands to heart center. Inhale, circle, sweep up. Exhale, hands to heart. One more like that. Inhale, reach up. This time, exhale, we'll rotate right. Inhale, grow tall again, arms reach. Exhale, rotate left. Good. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, lift and reach. And exhale, rotate. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Drop your hands to your knees. Let's move into a seated sun salutation. Start with your hands by your sides. On your inhale, circle, sweep your arms up. On your exhale, hands to your knees, elbows bend, fold forward. Look towards the floor. Press through your feet and your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, round your back, just like cat pose. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, round your back. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, back to our seated mountain pose. Good. Another inhale, arms reach up. We're moving with the breath. Exhale, we'll fold forward, elbows bend. Inhale, start to straighten the arms, activate your back. Exhale, cat pose. Inhale, rock forward, open your heart, our seated up dog. Exhale, round the back again. And inhale, sweep those arms up. Exhale, back to mountain pose. Let's take one more sun salutation, a modified. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold forward in your chair. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, round your shoulders, tuck your chin, pull your belly in. Inhale, rock forward, open that heart. Exhale, rock back again. Inhale, this time, reach up tall. And exhale, release. Good. Pause with your hands resting on your thighs. Nice, you guys. All right, let's start with our bigger, softer ball. This would be a tennis ball if you have it. and we'll place it on the floor. Now, sometimes the balls like to go rogue and roll off in all directions, so it can help to do this on the carpet or on top of a mat. Place your heel on the ground and hold the ball at the ball of your feet with your toes. And you're just going to rock side to side, side to side. You can do this standing. Good. Now we're going to take that ball and place it on the heel. Ball of the foot will be on the ground, and we'll rock side to side, pressing your heel down into that ball. Notice if there's tension in the feet here, increasing the circulation all the way down to our feet here. Good, and now we'll bring that ball right to the center, rolling out through the arch, and then all through the foot. Imagine like you're vacuuming a floor and you don't want to miss any spaces. I like to watch the bones and tissues in my feet start to mobilize as I roll it out. Hopefully this feels nice, especially with this softer ball. Good, pause. For a moment, just notice how the right foot feels compared to the left foot. Maybe you notice a little buzzing sensation or a sensation of warmth on that side. So just enjoy that difference. And let's move right to the other side. So we'll start with the ball at the ball of the foot. Heel will stay connected to the ground and we'll roll it. And then when you're ready, move to the heel of the foot, connect the ball of your foot to the ground, and go back and forth, rolling out the heel of your foot. Move the ball to the center of your foot and work the arch. If you notice any places where there's extra gripping or tension or it just feels really good, you're welcome to work those places a little bit longer. Keep breathing and sitting up nice and tall. And you can press your foot down into the ball as much as you like. So you get to determine how much you load your tissues here. Now roll it all around from your toes to your heel, the inside of the foot to the outside of the foot. Good. And release. Notice how your feet feel. Hopefully doing pretty good here. Nice. Let's pick up this right knee. We'll hold underneath the thigh and just bounce the leg. Bounce the leg. Shake your legs side to side. Loose at the hip. Good. And now let's roll this ankle out. Roll in the opposite direction. Good. Plant your foot onto the ground. Take a moment, spread your toes nice and wide. See if you can get space between each of those digits. Keep them wide. Lean back slightly, lift up your left knee, hold under your thigh, bounce your shin. Good. Shake your legs side to side, loosen up the hip. And we'll roll the ankle. Get out any little crickly cracklies. Let that ankle feel good. Roll the opposite direction. Nice. Plant your foot. Spread those left toes. Notice if there's a difference between your right and left side. Notice which toes seem to be clumped together, or maybe you have space between each of your toes, which is fantastic. You're just trying to make lots of space here. Good. Okay. Now, this will be fun, a fun little challenge with your toes spread as wide as you can. Lifting the big toes straight up. Try not to let the toe reach toward the pinky, but straight up towards the ceiling. Then we'll see if we can lift our second toe, third toe, fourth toe. Try to get the pinky toe down. and now the pinky toe. And it's totally normal for this to not work at all when you first start doing it, but over time you'll regain that mobility. Okay, now we'll place the pinky toes straight down. Fourth toe. Third toe. Some of the toes want to go in one clump. Second toe, and we'll let your big toe back down. Go ahead and shake that out, shake that out. Nice. Wiggle your toes, shake it out, let that go. That's a fun one to incorporate into your yoga practice to get your feet working and helping on your behalf. Okay, so today we're going to come up to standing, and I want you to grab a blanket or a towel that you can roll up. So I've got a towel here, or a blanket here, that I'm going to roll up. So it's about this height. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to place the rolled blanket on the floor. Today we're going to do a standing calf stretch. Now your calf length will determine your ankle mobility, and your ankle mobility will help to improve how stable your walk is. So if walking stability and a balanced gait is something that is important to you at this time in your life, then doing these calf stretches are really, really helpful. So you're going to step your right foot up, your heel to the ground, straight leg. Straight leg will lengthen the gastrocnemius muscle. That's the larger calf muscle. Now, if you're not feeling anything, then you can take it a little further. You can start to stride forward with your other leg. Make sure you've got a chair or a wall or a friend beside you for balance stability. Keep the leg straight. And it's fine to keep your leg back if you're feeling enough length here. The higher your towel, the more intense the stretch will be also. Breathing. Nice. We're going to change this calf stretch just a little bit. Bend the knee, shift your weight towards the right hip, and you'll probably feel this stretch move down more towards your ankle, your Achilles. This is your soleus calf muscle. You do have more than one calf muscle. So this bent knee version, we'll just change up the stretch a little bit. Take a few breaths here. Let the muscles acclimate to that length. Nice, you guys. Let's step off, and we'll do the exact opposite. Stand behind your chair. Take your right leg, step it straight back, resting on the top of the foot. Try not to let your heel roll out. Draw that heel in towards your midline. Keep your hips stacked over that left heel, and you can decide how much you load onto your right leg. I feel this stretch all the way up my shin muscle, but it's totally normal to feel the stretch just on the top of the toe or the top of the foot. Over time, as you get more mobility there, you'll feel this. We did a seated version in this on the first or second Wasatch Adaptive Sports video, so you can go back and look at that variation if standing isn't working for you. One more breath in. Breathe out. Lean forward, slight soft bend in that standing knee, and step your legs right behind the chair. Shake out your legs, kind of walking in place, just get the blood flowing. Check in and notice how your right side feels compared to your left side. Good. And let's switch sides now. So we'll step our left foot up onto the rolled blanket, the rolled towel. You could also use a block, a stack of books, or a half dome. I'll use my half dome frequently, and that works well. Stand with that straight leg first. Try to keep your ribs anchored, your pelvis neutral. If you like, again, you can stride forward if that helps you feel a stretch. You don't want to overstretch your muscles. So the idea is to go right to your boundary, right to the very edge of what your range of motion actually is, and stay there and breathe. Let your tissues adapt. Let your cells adapt. Find a place of effort and ease in your body. Good. Now, whether or not you have your legs stepped forward, you decide. Let's go ahead and bend the knee and move that stretch down to the soleus calf muscle. Using the chair for stability and pausing to feel the breath in your body. Trying to release tension in the foot, in the ankle, in the lower leg. So good for you. Nice. Let's gently release from here. Good. Shake that out. Come stand behind your chair or somewhere you can step back and feel stable and balanced. And we'll step that left foot back, making sure we're not rolling to the outside edge of the foot. Keep that heel centered. And then bring your torso slightly back, hips neutral. Weight a little bit in the heel of that standing leg. Breathe. Soften the shoulders, soften the jaw. Those places often tense up, especially if we're doing something new or reconnecting to muscles we haven't felt or used in a while. All totally normal. Just keep breathing. Good to come out. Bend forward slightly. Gentle bend in your standing knee. Step forward. Shake it out. Shake it out. Nicely done, you guys. All right. We are going to move into a standing supported downward facing dog. Make sure your chair isn't going to flip around for this. Now that your calves and ankles are a little more stretched, we're a little bit more ready for this. So hands to the back of the chair, and you want to make sure you're not flipping your chair up. So if you need to put something heavy on your chair or have somebody sit on the chair, that's totally fine. This is great for stretching your thoracic spine, your upper spine. Good for lengthening the spine and also feels really nice on the low back. So you're going to walk back, drop your head down between your arms, drop your heart between your shoulders. Now we're not going to flare, not a back bend. We're going to keep our ribs anchored up. And you might feel a stretch in your shoulders. You might need to keep a bend in your knees if your hamstrings feel tight. That's okay. Shift your weight into your heels. Your toes should be liftable here. So notice where in your body you're feeling the sensation. What places are tight? What places need stretched? Where can you relax a little bit? Where do you need to engage a little bit more? And can you relax into your breath and just let your head hang? No tension in the neck if you can possibly help it. Supported downward facing dog. Imagining space between each vertebrae here. Good. Take one more full breath cycle, low belly engaged. And next inhale, you'll look forward, bend your knees, and we'll walk up to the back of the chair. Release your hands, take a big stretch up, and exhale, release. Nicely done, you guys. All right, I'm going to turn my chair forward again. Come to sit on your chair. Nice. Let's go ahead and bring your right ankle up to your thigh. Now, again, if your ankle doesn't go this high, you have the option to stack some books or whatever you've got. Just something that you can bolster to your level, however high you need. But today I'm going to go ahead and bring my ankle all the way up to that left thigh. If it's available for you, if this works for your hands and your feet, we're going to use our hands and place our fingers in between our toes. Hopefully you washed your feet this morning. And you might not be able to get your fingers all the way through, but that's okay. We're increasing the space between the toes. And we're just going to let the leg relax and crank the ankle. So this should feel really nice on the ankle muscle, the ankle joint, because you're not having to use any muscles to do the rotation. You're letting your arm do the work. Good. We'll rotate in the opposite direction. You're getting the benefit of a hip stretch while you're here. Good. Now, both hands to your feet. Add a little bit more massage. Nice. Bring your hands to rest on your shin here. And we're going to take a little fold. So we'll start to bend the elbows and pull our heart forward. This can be a really small movement. You might not go very far. You might come so far that your forearms start to rest on your shin. Some of you can even get your hands all the way to the ground. If that's you, feel free to take this right to your boundary. But breathe. Try to feel length in the spine, just like we did in our modified down dog. Keep that right foot slightly flexed here. Good. Rise up. Without placing your foot on the ground, bring your hand to your knee. Keep this leg lifted. Opposite hand to hip. We're going to open our knee out to the side. Try to squeeze your hip muscle to do that. And look in the opposite direction. This is a modified hand to big toe yoga posture. Keep breathing. Good. Inhale. Come back to center. Now both hands to hips. Try to keep that foot lifted. And stretch your leg forward. Point your toe. Sit up straight. Try not to lean back in your chair. Now lift your leg a little higher. Keep breathing. Maybe your leg's shaking. Exhale. Release. Good. Shake out your knees. Shake out your legs. Shake out your arms. And let's move to the other side. Bringing your left ankle up to your right thigh. Letting that knee fall open. And again, using blocks or books to modify the seated pigeon pose if you need to. So always listening to your body. And then we're going to bring the fingers between the toes as best we can. However much we can. And once you feel like you've got a good grip on your foot, and even if you can't get your fingers between your toes, you can still roll your ankle out, let your leg muscles relax, and explore that full range of motion in your ankle here. All the while, you're staying with the breath, letting the breath keep the body soft, keep the mind and body connected. Let's roll this in the opposite direction. Our feet have been cooped up in our shoes all winter. And this cold spring, it's cold where I am. So we need to get them nice and ready for a little more outside time, a little more maybe even barefoot time. Good. Now both hands so you can massage out any really tense places using the smaller point of your fingers. Nice. Good. Now let's go ahead and, let's take our forward fold. So sit up forward, try to get the flesh out from behind you. Flex your foot. Hands rest on your shins. Take a big inhale to lengthen. Exhale, bend your elbows, start to hinge forward. You might not go very far. Maybe you rest your forearms lightly. You want to be mindful how much pressure you're putting on that knee. There should be no pain in the knee. Back out if there's any pain in the knee and take a more modified version. But fold as much as you can with a long spine, a flat back, and as much as you can allow that free flow of breath in the body. If your breathing starts to become shallow, it's usually a sign that we've gone too far. Good. Rise up. Inhale. Release your ankle from your thigh, but keep the knee lifted. Hand to knee and right hand to hip. Take an inhale, lengthen, press your hips down to let your spine go tall. And exhale, open to the side. Gaze past your opposite shoulder. Standing tall, feeling balanced, feeling stable as much as possible. Shoulders relaxed. Strong front. Next, inhale. Guide everything forward, back to center. Exhale, both hands to hips. Inhale, straighten that left leg. Point your toes if you can. Trying not to lean back in your chair. And see if you can lift your leg a little higher. Keep breathing, softening the shoulders, softening the face. And exhale, release. Shake it out. Shake it out. Good. Take a big breath in. Circle, sweep the arms up. Inhale. Exhale. Release. Inhale. Sweep up. Exhale. Release. One more like this. Inhale. Reach those arms up. And exhale. Soften your hands to heart center. Connect your thumb right next to your heart. Close down the eyes again. Notice for a moment the condition of your body, where you feel more energized, where you feel a little more loose, a little more open. Feel the breath. Maybe setting an intention for the rest of your day, whether that's to keep good energy flowing with you or a sense of ease and relaxation. Maybe just pick a word or a phrase that will be your theme for today. Thank you for joining me for this adaptive chair yoga class. Have a wonderful weekend. Namaste.